Let's talk now about a company looking at itself, trying to figure out if they're ready, if they could be the target of an activist. What's some of the advice you give in terms of looking, identifying, and assessing vulnerabilities?
Well, I don't think there's any particular magic here, except that I think companies often underestimate the work that activists do and the sort of the amount of background work they've done. And I think one of the most critical things for an IR person to do and for a company to do is to be fully aware of all of the public information that's available on the company and semi-public information. And by that I mean things like the LinkedIn profiles of the directors and the officers, and what past executives might be saying about the personalities, the direction, the strategy, the way the board interacts with management, what competitors are saying, and people in the industry. So that there's
So this
there's
is
sort of
way beyond like a CEO's compensation, or
way beyond a CEO's
board the
compensation.
board compensation. Who's on the board? Right. You're really looking deep into.
Yeah, I mean, in a situation I'm involved in now, we've spent 6 months of solid work delving into every document that's available publicly, semi-publicly, talking to dozens and dozens of people to really understand the company at a great level of depth. One thing I can assure you of is when an activist shows up, they've done months of work. They probably know the business better than any other investor, certainly, has ever come to know the business. And look, they still may be wrong, but they're not going to be uninformed or naive. And so the challenge for the IR person is to make sure that they too have looked at all that information, thought about how it's perceived or could be perceived by shareholders, and have kind of talked truth to management, right, about the vulnerabilities and the things that should be done to help create value at the company, and don't stick your head in the sand and sort of hope that nobody ever shows up.